The Galactic Assembly was full of laughter. Alien leaders from across the stars pointed at the screen showing Earth's old tanks, rockets, and metal guns. "Is this your defense?" The Zarkon general sneered. His golden armor glowed under the council lights. "You expect these toys to stop a galactic fleet?" More laughter followed. Some even joked that humans should go back to hunting with sticks, but Earth's ambassador didn't reply. He just looked at them, calm and silent. Back on Earth, deep underground in a hidden base, something dangerous was waking up. Lights turned. Read, a system locked into place. The name on the screen read, Project Pulse-Online. In the war room, General Monroe stood with folded arms. "Are the coordinates confirmed?" he asked. "Yes, sir," the technician replied. "Their lead cruiser is right above us." Monroe gave a small nod. "Then let them laugh. Fire when ready." Far above Earth, the Zarkon cruiser hovered confidently. Shields were down. Weapons weren't even armed. Why would they be? Earth had nothing powerful enough to harm them. But then it happened. From deep within Earth's crust, a silent pulse launched into space faster than light, invisible to normal sensors. It hit the alien cruiser in under a second. There was no explosion, no sound, just ... nothing. The massive ship vanished as if it had never existed. The assembly's laughter stopped. It was a warning. Across the galaxy, fear spread fast. Earth wasn't weak. Earth had waited. And now, Earth had fired. The Zarkon fleet commander stared at the empty space where his cruiser had been. Seconds ago, it hovered over Earth, huge, armored, indestructible. Now it was gone. No wreckage, no fire, no signal, just erased. "What happened?" he shouted. "Where is the vengeance?" His officers scrambled at their screens, but there was nothing to find. No energy spike, no attack alert. One moment the warship existed, then it did and single quotes did. Back on Earth, General Monroe watched from the underground command center. His face was calm, but his voice was firm. "Do not engage the rest of the fleet. Let them wonder." The room was quiet. Everyone knew what just happened. Project Pulse had worked. One shot, one target, one message. Across the stars, news spread. Like wildfire, the most powerful alien cruiser in the Zarkon fleet had disappeared in 1 second. And Earth had only pressed one button than the Galactic Assembly. No one laughed anymore. Leaders demanded answers. The Zarkons accused Earth of using forbidden tech. Earth's ambassador simply replied, "We defended ourselves." "But what kind of weapon did you use?" a council member asked, his voice trembling. The ambassador smiled slightly. "Just one." Now alien fleets pulled back. No one dared come closer to Earth. They didn't know what would happen next. Would Earth strike again? Was there more than one weapon? But Earth stayed quiet. They had made their point. The galaxy had mocked Earth's guns. Now they feared Earth's silence even more. The Galactic Council chamber, once filled with noise and pride, now sat in cold silence. The image of the vanished Zarkon cruiser played on every screen, repeating again and again. One frame it existed, the next it didn't. "This is impossible," whispered High Lord Trex of the Varn Dominion. "No weapon should do that. Not even black hole tech." The Zarkon representative slammed his fist on the table. "Earth used illegal technology. This is an act of war." But no one agreed. They were too afraid. Whispers filled the hall. How could a young, primitive planet destroy a top-tier warship with one shot? No warning, no sound, no trace. Spy networks were launched instantly. Drones, stealth crafts, and data slicers all sent to Earth. Their mission was simple: find the weapon. But all failed because Earth's weapon wasn't on the surface. It wasn't in space. It wasn't in orbit. It was hidden somewhere deeper, far beyond the reach of normal scanners. Back on Earth, General Monroe watched the Council's panic unfold on the secure feed. "Let them search," he said. "They'll never find it." A young officer beside him asked, "Sir, what if they attack again?" Monroe's answer was calm. "Then they'll learn we didn't even use the full charge." Meanwhile, in the heart of the Council, something more dangerous than war had begun. Fear. Not fear of humans, but fear of the unknown. They didn't understand the weapon. In war, what you don't understand kills you. The galaxy had always seen humans as weak. Now, they weren't sure if humans were even human. Every screen across the galaxy lit up at once, from council chambers to warships. From market halls to deep space observatories, one face appeared everywhere, like steel. "This is General Monroe of Earth," he said. "You attacked. You laughed. Now, you've seen what one shot can do." He paused, letting silence spread. "We don't want war," he continued. "But we will not kneel, mock us again. And next time, we won't aim for just one ship." The message ended. No threats, no yelling, just truth and the weight of confidence behind it. Across the stars, reactions were instant. Some governments went into emergency lockdown, others ordered their fleets home. Trade routes around Earth were shut down. No one wanted to be the next target. In the Zarkon Empire, the Emperor watched the message 3 times, then ordered his ships to stay away from Sol System indefinitely. Inside the Galactic Council, leaders argued. "He's warning us, but it was just one ship. And what if it wasn't? What if that was only a test?" Meanwhile, on Earth, General Monroe turned off the transmission feed. Now he said to his officers, "We wait." The world was quiet. No alien ships in orbit, no threats, only silence. But it wasn't peace, it was fear, and sometimes, with just one shot, and a message that echoed across the stars. Alien fleets floated near Earth's space borders. Massive warships, gleaming with armor and weapons, stood ready. Thousands of eyes watched Earth, waiting, wondering, but Earth made no move. General Thalos of the Zarkon fleet paced on his flagship. "Why don't they strike?" he growled. "Do they only have one shot?" No one answered, no one knew. The alien commanders held private meetings. Some wanted to attack now, strike fast, and destroy Earth before it fired again. Others said, "No, that single shot proved Earth had something far worse than they imagined." Meanwhile, Earth remained silent. Not a single warning, not a single word. In the shadows, human defense systems tracked every ship. Project Pulse sat ready, now upgraded and recharged. But no one activated it. General Monroe had ordered complete silence. "Let them think," he told his staff. "Let fear work for us." And it did. One alien captain, fearing the unknown, pulled his ship. Back then, another. Soon full fleets began retreating without a shot fired. In the Galactic Council, the Zarkons screamed cowards. Earth is bluffing. But even they weren't sure anymore. What if Earth had dozens of those weapons? What if Earth didn't just erase ships, but could erase planets? And so, no one attacked. Instead, the galaxy between pride and panic, the humans had changed everything. Not with war, but with silence that screamed louder than any cannon ever could. The Zarkons had a plan. If Earth wouldn't reveal its weapon, they would take the secret by force, quietly. They sent their best agent Velrek, a master of stealth, trained in 100 infiltration missions across hostile worlds. He was dropped from a cloaked ship, just beyond Earth's orbit, invisible, silent, undetectable. "Retrieve the weapon's location," his commander ordered. "Do not fail." Velrek landed in the Siberian wilderness, cold, isolated. But Earth's energy signals led him there. Deep under the ice, something pulsed slow, steady, powerful. He followed it. Hours passed, then days, then nothing. No messages, no signal, no extraction request. Agent Velrek had vanished. Panic rippled through the Zarkon command. They scanned Earth's surface, atmosphere, and orbit. No trace, number, sign of capture, no sign of death. It was like he had never landed. Inside Earth's Defense Command, General Monroe looked at a screen displaying new data. Velrek asked an officer. Monroe nodded. He triggered a proximity alert. Then the system activated. What should we do with the remains? There are no remains. The room went quiet. No guns were fired. No alarms were triggered. Earth's defense grid had simply erased him, just like the cruiser. Back in the Galactic Council, the story spread fast. The Zarkons tried to hide it, but whispers escaped. The humans had let an elite spy enter their world, and he never came. Back now, other species started asking, how many of these weapons does Earth truly have? Because if Earth could erase a warship, and make a spy disappear without a sound, then maybe, just maybe, Earth wasn't hiding a weapon. Maybe Earth itself was the weapon. The remains of the Zarkon cruiser, what little was left, were recovered from deep space. A small research vessel found strange particles drifting in the void where the warship had vanished. No wreckage, no metal, no bodies, just fragments of reality torn apart. The best alien scientists gathered to study them. Experts from across the galaxy ran tests, scanned energy patterns, and checked timelines. One scientist, pale and shaking, whispered, This weapon broke physics." Another backed away. No, it broke space itself. It didn't kill the crew, it made them unborn. The pulse had folded space, bent time, and collapsed matter into nothing. "It's impossible," said the lead physicist, "but humans did." Back on Earth, Project Pulse sat quiet, fully charged, completely undetected by alien scans. And the terrifying truth, it was only a prototype. General Monroe stood before a secure screen. "What happens when they find out how far we've really come?" Monroe replied. "They won't, because by the time they realize, we'll already be 2 generations ahead." Some wanted to ban Earth from all galactic activity. Others wanted to sign peace deals fast. But one thing united them. No one wanted to face that weapon again. The galaxy had expected guns. Earth wasn't seen as a young species anymore. It was seen as a cosmic threat. Admiral Corrin of the Vrax Empire once called humans soft prey. He believed Earth would be easy, weak, predictable. Now, he was gone. His fleet had entered Earth's outer defense zone 3 days earlier. None of them returned. No explosion was seen, no emergency beacons. Just silent sand, then ... nothing. The entire Vrax fleet, 20 ships strong, had vanished. In the council chamber, panic hit harder than any weapon. "This isn't war," one leader said. "It's a message." They didn't even fire a second shot, another whispered, across the stars. Fear spread. Reports flooded in alien scout ships disappearing near Earth's system. Shadows were seen moving where no ships should be. Some said Earth had created an invisible field, something that could think back on Earth. General Monroe met with his top scientists. "Project Phantom is active," one of them confirmed. "The AI system is tracking targets before they reach our edge and disposal. Instant, clean, no trace." Monroe nodded. Let the galaxy wonder. Soon, species once proud of their power began retreating. No one spoke of hunting Earth anymore. The great empires turned their eyes elsewhere, because when ships disappear without a sound, and when fear grows in silence, you start to realize something terrible. You're no longer the hunter. You're the hunted, and Earth. Earth didn't chase. It just waited with eyes that never blinked and weapons that never missed. A sudden message echoed across the stars. It came from Earth.com. "Cold, final, to all species watching," said General Monroe, standing before a dark, silent background. "We offer peace, but remember what one shot did. If you mock us again, the next one won't be a warning." Shouting no threats, just truth. The Galactic Council gathered in emergency session. Some screamed, "Don't trust them." Others whispered, "Sign it," before they changed their mind. The Zarkon ambassador, still red with shame, refused to speak. His empire had lost its might in seconds. Now, they couldn't even threaten back, quietly, system by system. The galaxy accepted Earth's terms. No more military ships near the Sol system, no more mockery, no more invasions. Break the terms and face the same fate as the vanished fleets. Peace was signed in fear, not friendship, and as the final signatures glowed on the digital treaty, something happened that hadn't occurred in 1,000 years. Every empire paused their expansion. Because peace from humans didn't feel safe. It felt like standing near a loaded weapon, hoping it doesn't fire. Behind the scenes, Earth remained quiet. No celebrations, no broadcasts. General Monroe simply watched the treaty updates roll in, then turned away. "Back to development," he said. "The galaxy's going to catch up one day. We need to be ready before they even try." Earth had offered peace, but the galaxy knew the truth. It wasn't a handshake. It was a loaded silence, and behind that silence waited something no one wanted to meet, again the weapon that didn't miss. Years passed, but in every alien academy, in every military training program, there was one story they refused to speak aloud: the human shot. It wasn't taught. It wasn't written in textbooks, but every cadet knew it. A single Earth weapon had erased the Zarkon flagship. No wreckage, no signal, just gone. Some said it tore open space. Others believed it erased time itself. A few whispered that it wasn't a weapon at all, but Earth itself had become something else, something unnatural. Young warriors asked questions. What kind of gun was it? Where is it now? But the teachers always gave the same answer. We don't know, because no one ever saw it again. Earth never fired a second shot, never threatened, never showed more weapons. And somehow, that made it worse, because the fear stayed quiet, cold, eternal. On distant planets, children told ghost stories about it. Mock a human, they'd whisper, and vanish before you blink. And in high command meetings, far from the public eye, alien generals still reviewed the footage of that day. The instant that changed everything. Back on Earth, General Monroe had long since retired. The weapon had been sealed, away so deep not even satellites could detect it. But before he left behind one message. It took one shot to buy us peace. If they ever forget, we'll remind them again, just once. The galaxy never tested Earth again. Because while humans looked normal, the universe had learned you don't need a fleet to rule the stars. You just need one shot.